Hello my lovely people, and Paul here again. Next lovely video. I'm in the middle of waterproofing my Beast DIY board. I made proper mess out of it. Silicone is not the best thing to use. Well, it is the best thing to use, but it's not the easiest thing to use to make it neat. By the way, did you know that you shouldn't use a real silicone in enclosure if there is no ventilation? So if you're using anything on electronics and using the silicone, make sure you have the cover off, let it dry up, then you close it together. If you close it straight away, then vapors will destroy your electronics and all the connections. Sorry, sidetracking there, like I always do. So, what I want to talk to you about today, guys, is, as you can see here, I got a pile of tires and rims here. I'm using a set of 80 wheels, the kit from Evolve, on my build. But the video today is not about Evolve. It's about something else. In my opinion, something much better. TRAMPA. Do you guys know about TRAMPA? Do you know who they are? So guys, raise your hands if you know who TRAMPA is. Go on. Up, 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 up. You. Raise your hand. Okay, better? Nah, not convinced. So, let's go see the electrical skateboard's history professor. I'm sorry, so what was the question? Oh yeah, TRAMPA. TRAMPA. I think I might have a file somewhere on them boys here somewhere. Let me just take a look. Oh yeah, here it is. TRAMPA. So TRAMPA. The whole thing started in 2002. I've got a little file here on this boys here. In 2002, Rob Edgar has developed some sort of secret material while at work, and he shared his findings with Ed Statham, Ted Orr and Johnny Richards. Those boys are into some all-terrain boarding, and this is how the idea has started, because one of the things that no one was able to achieve at those times is a deck that can take all the abuse of all-terrain skateboarding. Not electrical, just a standard traditional hardcore push along, downhill, hit the rocks kind of stuff. I think I should have just a bit more information on this decks over here somewhere, guys. Oh, here we go. So the boards, says right here, are made out of fiber reinforced thermoplastic. So them decks are actually being cooked like you would cook a cake, making them really strong and durable. At the same time, TRAMPA can offer a deck that will match your weight and also your preference to the flex of the deck itself. So them boys were around for quite a while, making the super duper indestructible decks. But then, they're obviously not stupid. They're obviously into business. They obviously like money. Who doesn't? They thought to themselves, all them lads out there now are getting into electrical skateboarding. People are becoming lazy. They want to hit the button instead of push, push, push. So they have come up with a full range of bits and bobs you can ever imagine you will need to create a top of the line electrical skateboard. TRAMPA electrical skateboards are not cheap, but the quality speaks for itself. Those boys are right there on the same shelf with all the newbies like LaCroix, KNYC. I can't even think of anyone else so good and so expensive. Anyway, I've got to carry on my research now, guys, so hopefully my question was answered. Back to you. And back to me. Thank you, Professor. What a smart fella, isn't he? So now I'm confident you know who TRAMPA are. Powerful, fully off-road capable monsters, jumping up and down, going through rocks and do all sorts of tricks. Take a look on YouTube. Tons of videos showing you what can be done on them stupid boards. Stupid in a good way. But what I would like to bring to your attention, guys, is that if you cannot afford the TRAMPA straight away, why not to take advantage of the parts that you can get from them? They're not Evolve. They're not going to turn around and say, oh, you need to own an Evolve board if you want to buy parts, blah blah blah. You can go on their website and buy parts you want, anything you want. And this is what I've done. I wanted to upgrade my tires. I didn't want to go Evolve anymore. I went TRAMPA. And we're going to talk about these cuties right here. TRAMPA tires that can fit Evolve rims. TRAMPA got quite a lot of different tires to offer. We're going to be talking about the Urban Threads. Urban Threads is my choice because they are multi-purpose wheel. The reason why is because of the thread they're using. So if you look carefully, these threads have nice aggressive teeth on the side, which will grab onto loose grass, dirt. Also in the middle, nice and smooth area that will travel nicely on the tarmac. Guys, if you will tell me that you never did, you are a liar. How many times you looked at your Evolve board or on the board that will have massive 175mm wheels, thought to yourself, yes, I like them, they're almost there, they're doing it for me because I can go off-road, but they're a little bit too big. They're kind of making me look like a baby pushchair. That was me. I thought to myself, why not to go for something almost the same size but slightly smaller, and to see if that's gonna make a difference. Evolve tire, 175mm, TRAMPA Urban Threads, 165. You think, it's only 10mm, but look at the comparison. There is quite a bit of difference right there. They're both deflated. Benefits of TRAMPA tire. You can pump this tire up higher than Evolve. This can go to 65 psi, Evolve goes to 50 psi. That means that if you are going on tarmac mostly, you can pump it up high and you will not have the drag, or the drag will be much less. Another thing is that this tire does have a really thick rubberized wall, not a smooth thin wall like the Evolve. So you can potentially ride your board back to your home or to your garage if you had a puncture. They meant to be ridden empty. Obviously it's going to wear out the tire much more and it will lose the shape, so you need to watch out for it grabbing onto your wheel pulley or your motor pulley. But yes, you can. I think everyone should have a second set of tires and rims for their boards. You get a puncture, you sometimes want to change things up. So what my plan is, guys, we're going to use the original Evolve rims, because this is what I got really cheap and it came with a set I bought, but we're going to make them chrome looking. Yes, we will. I want to make my board just a little bit bling bling, why not? And we're going to mount these TRAMPA tires. One thing I would like to mention, and this is quite important, doesn't matter what you buy, is it Evolve or TRAMPA, always buy an original part. I'll tell you why. You are trusting your life to them parts. Trucks, tires, wheels, decks. If you are doing 20, 25, 30 miles an hour, depending on your board, and one of them will give and break, you will smack that floor. You will smack that floor with your head so hard, you probably won't do that once again because you ain't going to be around to do so. TRAMPA is very known and high quality company. They do get cloned. One thing I wanted to bring to your attention is do not buy cloned Trampa wheels. Don't do it. Easiest way to find out if they are clones, they will not have the Trampa stamp. Probably the same as happened to Evolve. Don't know, but Trampa for sure. Those wheels are not tested. They're using a very shitty plastic which will collapse and you will be in trouble. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get to blinging my rims. You will need a 3mm Allen. So the rims are taken apart, all the spare parts are stored safely so you can find them later. I think the painting came out quite nice. Not 100% chrome, but really shiny silver. And this is the way the wheels look like after they're put together. One side black, if you want to go back black, or chrome on this side right here. Do not forget to check if the counterweights for the air valve are both in. Some of them do fall out sometimes, and if you lose them, you will have the wobble. So guys, it is now time for some before and after shots. So, Evolve wheels, Evolve tires. Now we're going to take a look at the chromed out rims and the Trampa tires. So guys, let's take a look at these wheels a bit closer. Evolve rim, Evolve tire. Evolve rim, tuned a little bit, with the TRAMPA tire. I think it's going to do much better on off-road, thanks to these teeth on the side, on the thread. So the size-wise, so guys, what is my verdict on the TRAMPA tires? Well, it definitely made a big difference on the appearance of the board. It doesn't look like the horse carriage anymore. They're not much smaller actually. They're 6.5 inch instead of 7 inch on the Evolve. But the difference look-wise is amazing. Well, you saw it in the photos. The performance-wise, because you can pump it up much more than you can Evolve, they are much harder. Because I've pumped it up to a 4 bar. You can go 4.5. And they feel much nicer rolling on a tarmac. However, on the grass, I think I would just let a bit of air out because they'll give you a bit more suspension. It all depends on how flexible your deck is, obviously. Next thing I've noticed is the grip to the road. The TRAMPA tires have that nice little ridge on the side, which will help you big time off-road. It'll help you on the grass, it'll help you on the gravel. However, you have to get used to the performance of them on the tarmac. Because I just taken it for the first time on the road, I was carving exactly the same way as I was Evolve, which has bold sides. The turning and kind of grip of the board is different. The feel of the board is different. And that spooked me out just a little bit. So I think it's just practice. And after riding it for a bit, I think I will just love it. But in general, very happy with performance, and I am happy with the quality, which is very important because I don't know if it's my luck when I just whacked the tires onto the rims and I was able to get them to the perfect rotation, but I had no wheel wobbles at all. So when you lift the board up and you give it a gas, just looking at him, I didn't have any jumping about. Perfectly balanced. On Evolve, however, I had quite a massive jump around. Don't know if the tires got hit before I bought them because I bought them used, but they looked really new. They actually had them rubber little nipples still on them from the manufacturing. So yeah, that's a big plus. So that means the quality is quite high because the tires seems to be nicely balanced out. So that's it really, guys. I will definitely use them tires and the new chromed out rims for a while. Yeah, and I will keep on shooting my beast introduction video using those tires and rims from now on. And then later on we'll upload another video on a performance and durability of TRAMPA tires after, I would say, 200 miles or so. This video is TRAMPA video 01. Hopefully I will get a chance to do 02 and 03. My plan was to visit TRAMPA, see how they are, who they are, see their shop, see their place or workshop, whatever it is, or the warehouse, try the TRAMPA products out there. Yeah, and hopefully video 3 will be me reviewing a TRAMPA board. Well, everything starts with a dream, doesn't it? Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Please hit the like button if you liked it. If you didn't, up to you. Hit the dislike and let me know why you didn't like it. This way I can improve in my videos. Subscribe, hit the bell if you want to see any more of my videos.
and most importantly, ride safely.